All right, guys, you heard it here first. Hot off the presses. Medellin just created this new bullshit body of the mayor's office called the Ministry of Tourism that is set to ban Tinder, Bumble, and all dating apps. They are set to ban all short term rentals like Airbnb and such. And they're trying to kick all of the prepaid girls out of Parque lleras. So I've been saying it. I'm one of the first YouTubers to, like, I don't know, spill the beans or reveal the truth, whatever you want to call it, about Medellin in the sense that, yeah, like guys go there when they're inexperienced passport bros. They have no idea what they're doing. They've never been out of America. They think it's so great. When you actually learn the culture, when you speak the language, yeah, that is just one big brothel. Like this, the city of Medellin is basically one gigantic brothel, and they're tired of being the laughing stock of South America. They're tired of just being a big brothel for Americans and other tourists to go to get their rocks off with drugs and prepaid women. You know, it's always been part of their culture. They create the product, right? Like people don't flock to Bolivia for prepaid women. People don't flock to, I don't know, Honduras for prepaid women. I'm sure you can find a lot of prepaid girls. Hopefully you know what I mean by prepaid girl. Don't ask that in the comments. Just get an IQ, get a brain. I'm sure they have prepaid women in other countries, yet people don't go there. It's a Medellin cultural thing. I'm just sitting here back laughing. I left a while ago. I'm in Brazil. I'm happy chilling. You guys got to remember that the world is big, and who cares if Medellin is banning Tinder, Bumble, and Airbnb? You shouldn't be going there anyway. You must be a pathetic simp to still want to go to a place where 80 to 90% of the beautiful women are into some type of sex work, and you have a 1 in 15 chance of getting drugged and robbed. This is for your protection. So if you're all up in arms, like, how can they ban Tinder? How can they ban Airbnb there? They're kicking all the hookahs out of Parque Lleras. So what, dude? First of all, there's other cities that are better in Colombia. I don't think Colombia as a country is done or ruined or anything like that. It's specifically Medellin. I mean, you're going to get a whole bunch of generally unburdened by deep thoughts everywhere in Colombia, but especially that xenophobic, racist, unwelcome to foreigners attitude, prepaid girls, drugs. That's more of a Medellin thing than it is in other places. Like, Cartagena would be, an exception, pretty similar to Medellin in that regard. But yeah, you heard it here first. Like, what does this actually mean? Like, how are they, going to actually implement a Tinder ban? How are they going to actually implement an Airbnb ban? Cities try to ban Uber all the time, right? And Uber just operates. Uber just laughs like, oh, you're going to ban us, whatever. And they just keep operating, illegally where they try to ban them. I highly doubt anybody has the IQ from a technical standpoint to actually implement a ban of dating apps or Airbnb in Medellin. But you got to think, like, the writing's on the wall. Like, if Medellin was a stock, I would not be buying stock in Medellin. If I was, trying to become a passport bro and thinking like, damn, where do I go? I want to escape, the horrible, wicked women of the West and go to some place where I'm appreciated, where the women are feminine, where they're more beautiful, where they're more traditional. It ain't Medellin. It ain't been Medellin as a good option for a long time. That, probably a fourth of my 4,000 plus subscribers to this channel come from a video where I basically bash Medellin. Yet whenever I get on a coaching call with somebody who wants to know about, how to go to Latin America, how to meet women, how to build a high status social media profile. By the way, DM me the word photography on Instagram, Redbeard Rants 1, description in the link in the description of this video. I'll send you my free guide on how to do photography for dating apps, so you can actually use dating apps in places that, I guess it won't be Medellin, but use dating apps in places like Brazil and stuff like that. But I was one of the first people that said, it's on a downward slope, guys. Medellin is done. It's ruined. I mean, they have this new Ministry of Tourism. They're getting more and more and more resentful and anti-gringo by the second. And again, I was the first one to call this out before. Like half the comments on my videos are like, wow, somebody finally said it. Like, I'm not a YouTuber, but, I've been having these conversations for a while, and, everyone wants to get on YouTube and jump on the bandwagon. Oh, it's so great, it's so great. Listen, if you want to go to a city where there's a 1 in 15 chance you're going to get drugged and robbed, and where 80 to 90% of the beautiful women are into sex work, and where the general person in general despises foreigners, and I get this all the time. Well, I'm Latino, I'm Mexican, and I speak the language fluently. First of all, I don't know why anybody assumes that I would live in Medellin for 7 years and not speak the language. I speak Spanish fluently, you freaking retards. And I don't get why anybody thinks that, like, well, I'm Mexican and I'm Latino, so I'm not white, so they'll look at me differently. Bro, they hate people from Bogota. They hate people from Cartagena. They were surrounded by mountains on all sides, isolated from the world for like 500 years before, like, planes were invented. It was extremely difficult terrain to get to. They just don't like outsiders. There's even a book about this. A Colombian woman wrote a book called Xenophobia. I don't remember the details, but even Colombia as a country was closed off to all tourism into some fairly recent moment in time, like the 50s or something like that. I don't know when. But yeah, like, check out Brazil. Follow this channel more. I'm going to go to other cities like Buenos Aires and stuff. And, well, I've already been to Buenos Aires, but I'm going to start coming up with like more content to give guys more options. Other cities in Colombia. No one on the planet has more experience being a passport bro in Latin America than I do, for the most part. Anyone who's been here longer is probably, more of a customer than I am, or just, they don't have the strategies that they can turn, normal guys into online dating rock stars by, teaching them how to build that high side of social media that's magnetic to women. Again, DM me photography on Redbeard Rants 1 to learn that. But yeah, guys, hot off the presses, will they be able to successfully ban Tinder and dating apps and Airbnb there? I don't know. But again, whether they do or they don't, what this is a big middle finger to gringos and tourism as a whole. They don't want you going there. They want people going there for like a coffee tour. Bro, if you go to Colombia to get a coffee tour, you have a vagina, straight up. You do not have a penis between your legs. Like, there is no culture in Colombia. It's a culture, well, sorry, there is in Colombia, but not Medellin. The culture of Medellin is like scamming and stealing and swindling and trafficking drugs and trafficking women. They're putting up a flag that says, like, we don't want you here. Like, gringos go home, gringos not welcome. The Ministry of Tourism is the ministry of keeping out gringos as a whole, especially sex tourism, seeking gringos. And that's what they're doing, and this is what it's all about. So don't go there. Come to Brazil instead. Go to literally any other place in Latin America or Eastern Europe or Philippines, Asia, whatever, if you're trying to be a passport bro and meet better women. Bucaramanga, Colombia, I think is still pretty good. Maybe Barranquilla, maybe small towns. I don't think they have these attitudes of everyone should do sex work and everyone should hate gringos. So follow the channel, boys, and yeah, leave a comment. What do you think? I mean, what do you think? Do you think they're going to be able to ban dating apps there? What do you think this means for the future of tourism there? What do you think this means for the future of people doing short-term rental businesses down there? I had a buddy, he invested in like 20 properties down there. What does it mean for him, right? So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. This has been another Redbeard Rant. Fresh news, hot off the presses. Peace.